Okay, so in your last lesson, you looked at how to do some stopgap animation using the words ready, steady, go. If you remember, one of the key things that we used was a section in the timeline down here called keyframes. Well, we're going to use keyframes again today. This time we're going to actually use our name. But rather than using the text tool, we're going to paint it using the brush tool. So I've selected the brush, and I'm going to select the properties now to change the color and the size of the brush. So I'm going to go for a dark green, I think. Just make the brush just a little bit bigger. Let's hide the properties. And here we are ready with our canvas to do our first letter. So let's do the first letter of my name, M. Excellent. And I want that to stay on my page for 10 frames. So I'm going to put a keyframe in at 10. I can either do this with a right click, or I can use the F6 key on my keyboard. Now I've got the M on my page, and in a minute I'm going to add some animation to this. I want that to happen over 10 frames as well. So I'm going to go to 20, and I'm going to insert a new keyframe. Now I've got 10 frames for my letter, 10 frames for my animation. And now I'm going to add my next letter. So let's draw in my next letter. So I'm going to draw in an R. And again, I'm going to repeat the pattern. Insert keyframe. There's the 10 for my letter, 10 for my animation. I think you can see where this is going, and I'm going to repeat this pattern right the way through till I end up having written my name. There's my E. Insert keyframe. Insert keyframe. Now, as you can see, I'm fairly useless at judging space, so I've ended up not having enough space for all of my work. So I'm just going to do one last letter. Insert keyframe. Okay, so let's have a look. If I press Control and Enter on my keyboard, I end up with a little movie here. As we can see up in the top, this is what it looks like. It's alright, it's animated, but it's not overly exciting. So let's see what we can do. Let's go back to adding our animation now. So I'm going to go to keyframe 10, and I'm going to right click, and now get these options at the top: create motion, create shape, and create classic tween. I'm going to have a go at the shape tween. So let's click on the shape tween there. And if you notice, between 10 and 20 now, I've got a green box with a little arrow that takes me right the way across that section. Alright, so I'm going from M through to R. And now I want to go through to E. So I want 10 frames of my R. So let's go to frame 30, right click, create shape tween. And I can do this right the way through. Okay, so I've added my animation in the form of my shape tweens. Let's see what that looks like now. As you can see, we've got some animation that makes the letters appear from the one beforehand. You're going to have a go at doing that now yourselves. And once you've done that, I want you to have a go at experimenting. You can do anything that you can think of with different shapes. You can go from one shape to another. Maybe what I might do is from here is actually say, well, there's my 10 letters of that one. Let's put in 10 letters for some animation. Insert keyframe. Maybe what I can do here now is actually using the select tool. I'm going to highlight all of that. I'm going to delete it all, and I'm going to put a circle. An oval tool, go back to my properties, keep it green. Okay, and I'm going to draw a small circle in the middle there. And then maybe I could have some other circles here as well. And let's shape tween from there across. Let's have another quick look. As you can see, that wasn't actually overly impressive, but you get the idea. So you're going to have a go at experimenting with shape tweens to see what you can achieve.